Hello. Good night to all subscribers, all viewers and stuff. I know we could never get enough of each other. I met with Lyndon after a couple of weeks because he was in quarantine and stuff like that. And we had 2 beers, we drank, I wanted to buy a few things. He went with me to get those stuff, and then I left him and went to Arriba. I called him to pick me up tonight because Transit had to go to Cora.
Transport hard at the junction.
Yes.
Friday night, you know.
Yes. With all of that, it's so appreciative of what this guy done for me and things. How can you make a call at like maybe 6:30 in the evening and call a fella to come and pick you up? We have to have something working good. And plus, I want to mention this. I met Mr. Maharaj, who is an inspector of the police. He had 6 police friends with him, 1 woman. And a guy said, well, Whitney, you is the man? I said, yes, Maharaj. So, at the end of the text and thing, although what we did and people always watching and thing, he has no problem with enforcement. I always knew this guy has a dangerous kind of job and what they do and thing. I mean, sometimes there's no excuse, but we could never make an excuse for an individual at a moment when he has a choice to make. So people, think hard before you accuse the law enforcement.
That's a nice note, because I can think about different times where I feel like I have little confidence
In them.
Yes, and then you will meet somebody, and the same thing will happen even like in the healthcare. You feel when you hear certain stories that I don't have much confidence, you know, in these sectors, these service personnel. But then you would meet different ones, and the experience turned out to be a lot more pleasant than you expected.
Well, all I can say, Lyndon, is a misconception of what people assume we need, and they have a word, allege. But you know, most of the time we accuse people, they are not wrong, you know, they're just doing their job. And for instance, all the road wardens and them in this particular month, a lot of tickets is being shed. But hear what? When they ask for your document, when they ask for your document, please produce it so you can have an easy access. You will be smooth, but people deny the fact that you have to take advantage of the system. Anyhow, law enforcement people always does a good work. That is all I can say.
What is the most pleasant experience you have had with an officer of the law or a nurse? Any sector you want to choose from?
I will choose the health sector. Because what happened? When I got this cut with the chainsaw, I met this lady and she refused to attend to me because I did not have no ID. I want to highlight this thing. It's not that I had a problem, you know, but when I grew up, I never had parents. I mean, at least I didn't think the papers wasn't legalized at the time. You could have go to school without a good certificate. But when I get a big man, I realize what happened. People in certain government institutions, they just don't care. So I want to still tell a lady called Miss Gittens and a lady called Miss Lockhart in the Ministry of Legal Affairs, who helped me very much. So not everybody can do. Certain people don't do the job, but certain people very circumspect in what they are doing, and they are willing to help people all the time.
Years ago, when I had an experience with that would eventually lead to the book of my testicles. I was pleasantly surprised at the good service that I get. You know, nurses, they're not firm, but they're pleasant at the same time. They do the job.
When they ask you a question, answer properly and you will be helped. Don't hesitate, don't lie. When you go to the ministries and things, a lot of people take these things for granted, but they tell false statement. When the people ask you a question, truth will set you free. You need not lie, because lie will compound and keep building.
Boy.
We have a little problem with have no faith in the ministry. But not the people to blame who doing the job. It's actually the ministry. They tend to wrap you around that little finger and dump you there. Because I carried in some papers a while back, I think. And when I went up, that woman just placed it in her drawer. I stand up there like being stupid. Don't know what going on. She said, "We call you." I'm still waiting on that phone.
And it is amazing how much the lack of interest on that part, or I mean, you come like you meet one of the people that are just not doing their job, as you say, right?
Yes.
And it's holding you back in a lot of ways from accomplishing a lot of things.
Before that, the people that I met helped me out so much that it was amazing when I finally got through. I met the actual woman who started me on the journey, and she was so pleased that she did something that could accommodate me on my endeavors. Well, I'm so happy to meet this particular woman, and I had to call her name again. All I know, she has Miss Gittins, right? She works in Ministry of Legal Affairs, and her partner in crime is a lady called Miss Lockhart. Miss Lockett.
And they have been good to you.
Very good.
Well,
It's only when I went into a different area, they know that I'm having this little problem and thing. But I'm hoping to get over that. I just not make any time like today I was thinking, but things happen in a way that I'm going to put all priority with this week coming there and get to it. As the people say, John not dead, you know. We just fail to accept his testimony.
Well, man.
You want to drop?
Come. Or you walking?
There you go.
All right. Oh. Hey, wait.
No. I learned them in partner. I learned them like a...
So let's say you're going, on this line, you know, that we recording a little conversation, you know. No, yeah. So you know you're free to talk, but this line, you know, that I will be recording and I do plan to edit this.
This is a live
Yeah, man.
program.
How you going, sir? How you going, Thomas? No, I never say don't talk. I say I just let you know that I am recorded.
Yeah, but if you record it and you don't talk, I'm not supposed to talk.
I never say don't talk.
I understood you clearly well. I'm not speaking because you're recording something.
Right.
And you're not concerning me, but if you are going to listen to it. So,
yeah, what happened? I just wanted to do the word is not honorable. The word is to observe protocols and say, sir, I just wanted to do that. I am recorded and it is the proper thing to do. I don't know why you come here and say, let that boy.
you're only making me a fun.
No, so there, this whole damn thing. I'm sorry to use that word, but
Well, if you use a damn thing, it's something better. Because you still have a damn thing you have in your mouth.
Oh gosh.
God bless you, brother.
It's always good to see you, brother. How about nice?
I don't understand what it's doing, but that is good.
Yeah, man. Take care, brother.
but you're on record.
I'm on record because I'm very stupid, you know.
Later, buddy.
God bless night.
Same thing as soldier. There's one
Yes.
word for that.
It is nice to recognize where people are doing well. It is good to highlight. You know, constructive criticism is something that is very difficult to take. It can take different forms.
On that. You living on that. They're going there with food. They're feeding with brain energy. Every time somebody make a disconstructive comment, it makes food for our thought. Because I think every time I hear something weird, I have a real plaster for them. I'm sorry to say that, but you know that too. You just be looking for words. I don't have to search. It just comes natural. You know, sometimes we talk and things happen just so, and I give you a word to say that is the word.
Yes.
So we had no problem. People have problem with us. Because they would hear the whole, what was the problem? We're not asking. We ain't giving really, you know. But we're not asking. And people have a problem with that. You know, these fellas doing things for people sending things for them without you asking about it. And we progressing. If you depend on a particular curriculum, as schoolwork says, we have a problem because they go to school. Today's English, tomorrow is maths, tomorrow is comprehension. That is your basic line of work. So if you don't stick to a curriculum, we haven't got a problem. Because as I said today, we just made a little move and look how many things come out of it. I flaming you, talking your little crap, I talking my little crap, we had a few days. People see the naturalness about me today. You know these fellas and them NOC, them fellas drinking and talking a lot of crap. That is what we need to do. Because you know what happening? Uniform make you think you're in a particular order of dread. Brother, forget the dread. Dread is a kind of wicked word. So, if you have a certain area that you're going to cover, like I walking up the street and when you're coming for me, you're going to see me walking up. I'm not going to wait down the road here when we have a lot of undesirable people. That is something
on a Friday evening.
Yes. And I got to apologize again because that word undesirable. It makes it some weird. People go cut me down for that.
Gosh.
But that's my way. I didn't want you to reach me down there because you
No,
might.
listen, as a family man, as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, on certain days, certain places, there are things you really
Had
best
to avoid.
avoid.
Yes,
For
sir.
instance, one of the
Thank you,
things
thank
we
you.
were looking forward to,
Thank you.
one of the things I was looking forward to, you and I spoke about it, was on Monday morning that we would have gone down and look at the juvie.
I didn't come out because I only.
And it didn't work out with us being in quarantine. And in retrospect,
I never came out.
I was happy that it didn't work out because there might just be an undesirable encounter
And moment.
and moment
Yes, yes,
that
yes.
so you know there are undesirable situations, things that you best avoid because it puts you into a bubble. We don't know when we could end up in that bubble. That's the truth.
And somebody on the punctured with a hairpin.
So you know it's like these little bubbles that you have, and hey, when you go into a certain zone, you're slipping into somebody's bubble, and that bubble might be. I mean, somebody could slip into your bubble too, and it tainted in a certain way.
Anybody
I mean,
slip into my bubble.
Oh gosh.
You know, wisdom is a hard thing to attain, right? But as you grow older, you remember in the past and you're taking sense from nonsense. As I said, book was made before sense. But in order to write a book, you had to have some common sense. And people don't seem to realize that at all. Look at, we have certain things that goes on in this country, right? And we stray from commenting on it because it's going to affect the politician and those newsmakers. We don't want to make news. We live in a simple life. But then again, this life that we are living here, it's kind of costly. People don't seem to understand that whatever you do, money is the first and format. It's like a Formula 1 Grand Prix. When you go Indiana Grand Prix, you go wherever. Then boy, if you go to study every little ins and out, you will make problems. So let me try to not create problems. We live in real life one day at a time.
Well, let me tell you what I have a real big problem with, right? Since we're on the topic of problems and people not talking, I have a real big problem with KFC, boy. But we gonna come back to KFC in a bit.
Alright.
Right? We will come back to KFC in a bit. What I want to highlight is that you're talking about commenting, feedback, the resistance, the general resistance
The people.
to feedback. And feedback is something that is where you get improvement. When somebody hears, when Farmer Harry here, hey, ma, we ain't hearing you too good. Alright, let me organize and get a microphone, boy.
Yeah.
When you hear, oh gosh, the footage kind of shaky, boy, you're dancing up, it wobbling up a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, boy, let me invest in
A
something,
piece of
equipment, a gimbal to
that.
stabilize my footage.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk about KFC now. KFC for far too long. I have been going to KFCs not just in my hometown of El Dorado, but all over Trinidad and Tobago. And KFC never have all the items that they have on display. That is the first thing.
Right.
They never have mashed potatoes. They never have, this is the KFCs I go into, and I imagine if I encountering this problem, Haley, she love KFC. So if when she looking for a little treat, is KFC. And I notice every time that I go to KFC, this is the KFC seem to have an attitude of pushing what they want on you. You have, I feel like I have zero choices when I go there.
You have to buy that because that is what they have.
That is what you have. To drink, we only have water, we only have Pepsi. But yet they have a dispenser with all the different flavors, right? And this is where the service industry, and it trickles down into, we were talking about, you know, like different ministries you might go to, and it is almost like when the customer service rep come to deal with you now, that they are so pleased with this little power that they have, whether it is in the form of making you wait, have you standing up like a fool, telling you that your choices are limited. You almost get the impression that this person is pleased that they could have you at a standstill.
So you know, that was what you are saying. They don't care about customer service. They just need to have you waiting there and look at you. But it's stupid. I standing up the waiting line just to get a
Yeah, but and it's almost like a sick pleasure, like
yes,
like a sick pleasure that we take in it. And the tragic thing is, I am not singing any new song here. I am singing a song that you hear writers like Naipaul and them
talk about.
Dictate in terms of landing in customs when they come on a ship from England or whatever. And that is the position that we still in by.
Well, there are one things I would say, right? To me personally, when I go to buy something, if I cannot get what I want, don't bother. Because most of the time they go to buy something right now, as I mentioned KFC, I wouldn't hold that against them. I don't deal with them. But
good thing I don't meet.
No, but hear what? You know, many times they go into a shopping area and they're purchasing something. They tell you a towel is 25. And when you get the towel, it's not the towel for 25. They sell you what they want, not what you want. And I'm paying my money. So I have a problem with what you are saying. Because KFC does that to people all the time. They tell you a 3-piece for 20 with some fries. And when you go there, you get 2-piece with the fries. So we need to look and address these type of stuff. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
KFC is the main culprit. I use the word of the teacher. The ministry is a hell like company, but this is a conglomerate from a man from Kentucky. That man dead since in the 18th century and they're still using the name and making money. Oh God, man, upgrade all the system, man.
No boy, we have pockets of organizations in this country that they're slowly ruining the country, and I often wonder if, and I will say it here as well. Do you think for a second, if you are a customs officer who making choices that slowly ruining this country since X year, well, inflating the price of goods, are you thinking about, hey, I have a grandchild that might one day be growing up in this and they may be paying 100% more than something is actually worth because of the decisions we making as customs officers? That don't give you any thought at all?
Yeah, Lyndon, as you mentioned, customs officers, right? Remember these guys are in position to delete and which have another word after delete. So, hear what? If I don't like you and you give me a box of cookie, I pass that to a charity. But hear what? There, send 2,000 my bank account and you will pass that box. Customs officers is a trader, so you brought that up. But them handling a lot of drugs in the country. And they can shoot me down, they can send us like a bother, but we need to address programs like this. People have no moral value anymore. Because you can get 10,000 and whatever with your family, you do business. You don't know if you put your life in danger, your child in danger, but accept 10,000. When you cannot fulfill the benefit of that alone, they come at you. So who are we going to blame? Is the ministry, custom officers, and a big part to play with them. Because them bringing in such a contraband in the country.
And you know, you always have to insert that clause there that, you know, not all customers are like, all customs officers are like this. But we have pockets of people in different services that are great, as Harry mentioned, that they serve in the country and you're proud of them, and then you have this. But you know, Harry, we have had the villains with us since the beginning of time, and we will have the villains till the end of time.
As you said that, I'm going to quote something from the beginning. In the beginning was the wood, and the wood was good. God created Adam, and then he created Eve. Adam and Eve have a king, son, Cain and Abel. Abel was fine, and Cain whatever. Cain slew Abel because he was favored more. So we will always have that. That was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. God said it, the Creator said it. If you can forgive somebody, 77, we have it. Nice. But we're not looking at that. You know what we're looking at? We're not sorry to pull this up. But look at the incident with your own brethren. Right? Look how it is right now. He's highly favored with me. He's highly favored with you. But we had a little problem which was not supposed to be. It's Cain and Abel all over. Look at Haley and Anna, right? Anna, Haley is a bigger girl. You know Haley is the crybaby. She always upset with Anna. Eventually Anna is a little boss. But at the end of the day, Haley is the big one. She will learn to accept Anna. In a time to come by. Haley will have some position. Anna will always be there as her advisor. Because she's the smaller one. What Anna is going to see, and you cannot see it. She's looking at the future. Who would have ever thought? I personally, when I got built, I watching TV whole night. When I got built, now all I looking is to be on the phone. Impossible.
But the formula, Harry, is love, eh?
Exactly.
The
what we have with Anna
love.
and Haley is a particular kind of love.
The formula is love in terms of dealing with people and just seeing a brighter future. And there is something that has always appealed to me since I was a little fella, that when you look at Trinidad, you look at the roads, you look at how we developed, infrastructure will always be a handicap in terms of how the place naturally developed. Narrow roads, buildings close to the roads, improper spaces for pedestrians, lights that don't work, lights that don't function, drivers that don't respect crossing zones, infrastructure in place for people.
Talk about that today. When you see the yellow light, you need to slow down.
Yeah.
People breaking that in order to get across, and that we call the accidents. You need to slow down, Linda.
Yeah, and you have to accommodate.
People.
You have to slow down, recognize the handicaps of the space that we live in. Somebody crossing, you know, there's this sort of kind of class consciousness between drivers and pedestrians. I don't know if I'm right with this, eh?
You're right.
Where you will watch a pedestrian, he poor no ass man, he wait for me to drive there.
And pedestrians have all the rights in them.
Yes.
All
yes.
rights.
But because there's seemingly this kind of class consciousness in terms of who have the car, who don't have the
consider
car.
as class, Linda?
Well, half and half, not to break it down simple.
So what are you talking about? We have the poor and we have nuts.
I think it's just the way that a capitalist or even a communist society, look, I read in that book there that you lend me. Hey, you know, I finish it and I bring it.
No, that's
and
okay.
even in terms of this communist type arrangement and comrade this and comrade that, them fellas had the order where they living better.
Well, Linda, do you know we have our order right here? You know it's only certain people can get through to you. Because you know what, I was doing that job last year and thing, right? And at the end of the job, it's like my co-worker actually was conspiring against me. to get the job. But I finished all the work beside the class sign and thing. And when I mentioned the figure, he told me to ask them for 40,000 to class sign the building. And that was the Friday. Saturday morning he went and told them he going to do it for 25. He going to bring her. So I did block this woman's number. She cannot call me in no time. And that's the kind of thing I should not have done. Because you give no one no option when you do these things. You have no option but to go with the false attitude of other people. So I think I have a problem. At times still. My problem is just like that, you know. When you call me and the way you speak, I think to ignore you. I'm not a trained professional. I have no kind of education more than up to 5th standard in primary school. But I have a sense of wisdom and I hear things, and I hear the truth when you speak. One word you have to say. It's either yes or no, and I could know if I could deal with you. I mean, that's a bad way to live your life, but I think I have a real problem. I need psychiatric counseling to avoid that.
But isn't that instinct or a spirit that is guiding you in terms of
instinct
revelations that come into you in terms of harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent, that you're away. Like the man in the book, he say you should always be watching, always be thinking.
Why would people like to use the reference of a serpent? And serpent was the most, you know what happened in the beginning of the book, true book, the life, whatever, they tell you the serpent was the most glorious creature in the Garden of Eden, and he became the most hated. And you know, people still before he just did. They check back on the film.
No, but in terms of the certain characteristics, like you will talk about, for instance, a beast that lie down and wait for a week for you to return or be hunted.
Yes, I'm a happy.
To a particular point.
Yes, you want me to come back, but still want to kill.
The patience and the observing, but we could exercise that attribute, but not strike with venom. You could
yes.
observe something.
That's a very good word. Although what I said, that word venom, people know we don't mean it like that. Venom is a killer, but we just discuss it.
Yeah.
It might be venomous in words, but we don't intend to strike people.
But you have the ability to sit by and wait and then deal in the manner of a dove.
You what happens? My people is a thing like that. If they make a blow at you and you get away and you run and whatever, and a man say you have no ability to slaughter him, you drop your jersey there, and if you say 2 days to come back, that fella's still waiting there on you. So that's what people are like. When you give them certain ability, they deserve and they want to strike, and if you keep them on the waiting list, they're still waiting there. People have a problem with Lyndon. They find Lyndon doing this YouTube thing for so long. Lyndon making 100 grand a year.
I mean, I guess what other reason? But when you really add it up, right?
We just talk.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. But it makes sense from the point of view. What motivation? Somebody who looking on, right? What motivation would I have in terms of coming up and checking you and Mr. Bat, continuing the wonderful work that we have started as the good, the bad, and the ugly?
Right.
What in it for me? All right, and that will be the thinking. And you know what is in it for me, boy, Harry, boy? Yes, if it is that opportunities present itself that you and I could put $1 in our pocket, then so be it. And I have always made it my business, when it was working with Mr. Bat, you and myself, we split in everything that we're doing equally. And you and Mr. Bat have had access to all the income that we were able to make, all the donations that people make, right? Wow. And that continue in the same manner with you and I working together. Yeah. So,
what I'm going to say about this thing, look at the kind of over here. I've been out, don't stop. I've been out like on a Friday evening, every Friday if I check London for the week, on a Friday, he sure to see me. He was out on a little illness. And look at the hour this man dropping me up the road. I just called him. It's not about money. It's about being and kind of personal, up close and personal.
So wait now, you know your passenger there?
I have no money, but
Nah, vehicle coming out there.
yeah. Pull so, go so.
Or should go back?
Go back. Go back and tell him.
So,
How come that a man leaving his family home, he now come out of quarantine today, look where he is. Caura is like him. It's like 7:35. Right? And Lyndon here dropping me off. Stop like the same fella.
you want to look them?
No, there you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take this one. I go deep back now. So what people want, boy?
But you just keep doing what you're
What
doing.
we doing?
Keep your head down, do it with love.
But
You
what
know
happened?
what my goal is, Ari? To continue to bring to the table that it have men like you and Mr. Bad that exist. I come from a family that I believe is a fairly decent family. As you were saying earlier, we might have a screw or two missing here and there. Well, me anyway.
Yeah.
But it have goodness in Trinidad and Tobago.
All the time, partner.
And we could be
I like
examples of that.
Yeah.
And hey, your light bright, man.
You know by it?
The work that we doing may not necessarily appeal to somebody who is 15 years or 16 years, but God willing, you know what going to happen?
Right.
They're going to transition into their 30s and 40s.
Looking at something.
And there will be an account of something that take place in 2022 with a fairly decent part of Trinidad and Tobago.
We in 2023, right?
2023, yeah.
Is that the video?
No?
We in 2023. And whatever we do, we always impressing people. For the slight comment that we ever make, people have no problem with what we do in London. And they so appreciate how you help me so much, boy. All of a sudden, they figure, here what? Where Harry come out? Where the summer Harry came from? And we only give them little piece. Eventually, there's going to be a serious story. People is going to have, I don't know boy. Here what happening? Where I came from and where I'm going to, I have no idea, but I know where I come out. But where I go end up, I cannot see. None of us can tell. Look at, for the past 3 weeks, you home there, you was feeling bored and things. And look at how it end up. You just outside here today, we had a good time, we drink 2 beer, you drop me down, I go, so I come back and look, you dropping me, and now, how can people accommodate that type of friendship? What do you think about that? Is there any accommodation to what we can
Wait
do?
till you see about them dog and them home by you.
I apologize for that. People misinterpreted what I said. Now as you asked it, I'm going to say it again. What I said, and I'm going to repeat it here now. Sometimes the dogs appreciate you more than humans. Now, that don't mean as a race to respect and disrespect people. People have a problem with that. Because here what happened? I have some brethren and things. Them doesn't call me. Them do business. If they taking some tequila, 2 o'clock in the morning, one will call. Where you my 2-3 months here call me, what me drinking now? And that is the plan. So, I go say it again. I didn't mean no disrespect when I said, sometimes my dogs, I just cook for them and I do eat. If I reach home, they know. Remember, it's home I go and put a pot on the fire for my
Now them
dog.
dog and them in the order.
Here what happening? Me I eat lunch, but I had breakfast. And I wouldn't be able, I ain't going to cook nothing for me anymore, I go have breakfast. But my dogs and them are important.
I think also the key to good friendship is to not take things personally. For example, your lifestyle may lead you on a certain path for 2-3 weeks. My lifestyle
I
might
don't
lead
need
me
you at
somewhere,
all.
and when you bounce up, it's like, hey boy, I feel like I was embracing you yesterday in good faith.
Here's what I would like to say about that. People have the wrong concept of what relationship should be. We place a lot of confidence in oneself and we're not thinking about the other person.
Later, brother. Have a pleasant night.
Same to you.
Yeah, man. Oh, are you okay with me posting this video as is?
But just as it is.
Raw.
That last statement, let it go.
All right, brother.
And what I would like you to do, post up that garden I'm doing in Arima, I would call it organic garden in Cleaver Woods. And then post up that fishy video for me. Because
Okay.
I would want these people to recognize it's something I never knew about how they clean these little shacks and stuff. And is that they package it and do what and everything.
Okay, excellent,
It's
Harry.
important to me.
Yes. Yeah, you will have it done.
I will be back up there this week. Every week I'm in Manzan.
Okay.
I have a little thing going on there.
All right, nice,
I will
brother.
tell you about it.
Nice.
But it's important.
Yeah.
And watch me. Never forget. I watch a lot of this guy, Vin Diesel. And you know he preach all his movies? Is that family is very important. People don't look at family anymore, Lyndon. And that's the only stable thing that we have. People, please recognize if you have a problem with your brother or your sister, acknowledge them and time to get past that. Have a blessed one.
Take care, Harry. Yeah, brother. Later.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. Ah, boy. You take it off your boots to walk through water, boy.
Yes, you have to post that video as it is,
Yeah.
and post that lady video with the garden. Because you know what? I'm going to be having real videos going to drop. People seem like they love what's going on.
I'm looking forward to it, Harry.
Right. Well,